Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome back to Stewie MTG with Box 2 of Commander Legends. With that, I wanted to do a quick recap now that I got all of the cards sorted from Box 1. Looking at the Mythics and Rares. Cadell for the Etched. Blaegriff Prototype for the Rare Foil. Now we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 Mythics. Total of 4 Mythics in that box. Best one obviously being, or the best two being Commander's Plate and Mana Drain, of course. Oh my goodness. Also, top of the heap for rares, Opposition Agent, Hull Breacher, and Staff of Domination. But counting these rares, plus a foil rare, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 rares. 31 rares, people. That is insane for a booster box. Insane. On top of everything else that we got is insane. But with that, box 2. Now, children, don't use knives unless you ask your parental units to assist you or to supervise. Let's get this thing open and cracking, Captain. Brand new box. Let's open it up. Make sure I didn't get one of Mr. Rudy's infamous reseal jobs. Not doing the draft. Brand new box, folks. Keeping it all on the up and up. Left side. Right side. Middle, I should say. And now the right side of the box. Going to start on the right side of the box as we did with the last one. Let's get cracking. I'm hoping it's going to be as good of a box as we just had in box 1. You're not going to be going over the commons, or this time even the uncommons, except for maybe if by accident or to comment. Great free sack outlet in this here Seer. Eyeblight Assassin. Commander Sphere again. Excellent stuff. Cast down Imperious Perfect and Aurora Phoenix for that cascade action. Captain and Averna with the Armory of Iroas. Once again, that Averna going in that cascade deck. With that, what decks are you guys going to be, Commander decks are you guys going to be building or have built from Commander Legends? I know it's been already out for a little while. But, you know, somebody's always brewing something. Or there's always, when a new set comes out, like Call Time, that you will be editing your current decks and updating it, especially with all the new snow action. Looking forward to seeing what type of snow interactions I want to be placing in some of my decks, if there's a reason for it. Meteoric Mace going in that Cascade Bow Flight Thought Vessel. Another excellent inclusion and uncommon for an utility artifact. Kamal's Will. Dargo and Sani with a Falthus Shadowcat Familiar. This one, thankfully, doesn't look as dark as I've seen some of the foils coming from Commander Legends be super dark, but that looks excellent. And a Monarch token. It's great to be a part of some of the different Facebook groups that are out there specifically targeted towards Commander, and just seeing everybody's brews and discussing new cards or discussing old cards that would go well in an existing deck. In fact, I just came across 2 cards this week that I had totally forgotten about from Shadowmoor block that will end up going in decks. Gilt-Leaf Winnower. And, oh my goodness, you guys see that? Whew. All right, both of those are going to be sold very quickly. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if I mentioned it, I am going to be selling off the bulk of my extra rares, and I'm not using index. Saving up for a rainy day. My wife was saying he got too many extra magic cards, and I can't complain. So I'm keeping the decks and the cards that I'm going to be needing for the decks that I'm planning for. But once those are built, basically, in order to build a new deck, one has to go. And my extra cards have to go as well. So I will be ending up probably selling to something like ABU Games, or I know Channel Fireball is doing a buying program right now just to get rid of the extra bulk in my collection, as well as, you know, helping me be able to scale back and not clog up my my closet so much. Body of Knowledge. First time I've seen this this will be my fourth Commander Legends box I've opened. Body of Knowledge. 3 blue for a star. Body of Knowledge is power and toughness is each equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever Body of Knowledge is dealt damage, draw that many cards. Great for a pinger deck. Ping it to draw cards. Well, that was a rare. Armix and Kadama of the East Tree. And a Spark-Tongue Dragon. Also, I'm building a 5-color dragon deck for my daughter. A Scion of the Ur-Dragon as the commander that I was able to get from Kevin Altered. What do you guys think about altered cards? I like the concept and the idea, but I don't like the fact, at least with the way Kevin Altered, in which I've gotten some of his stuff, he actually takes the actual card and he won't work on it and alter it unless it's the actual named card. So no proxies, no stand-ins, and he edits the actual card, whether it's a new foil layer on top or editing the current foil layer. So ultimately it actually becomes, here's spectator seating, Malcolm, Nadir, and Haunted Cloak for the foil. It actually becomes damaged or defaced in the process, nullifying any potential value other than future collectors that might like altered cards. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion. That's why in a future video we're going to be looking at some of the NPC proxies that have the different artwork and have the different alters without having to damage or potentially ruin your expensive commander cards. Revenant, Archon of Coronation. I have seriously, this is the first mythic of the box, I've seriously considered making an Archon deck for the fun of it. Gonostro, Voice of the Crags, and Lisa, Shroud of Dusk etched. Look at that. I love angels, and nothing quite as pretty as an etched angel. And a treasure token. But what do you guys think? Make sure you guys comment down below. What do you guys think about either altered cards and or proxies? As far as I'm concerned, since I predominantly play at home, and the closest card shop from me is 90 miles, the house rules are, as long as that you know that it's a proxy, as we will see when I open up the package, and can distinguish it from real cards, I'm fine. Even if it's a crazy, outrageously expensive card like a Gaia's Cradle, Rings of Brighthearth again. Excellent. That is going to be sold because I only need one at the moment. Lana, Togo, and Hunter's Insight for the foil uncommon. You guys see that curvature? It's not too bad, but it can get pretty bad here in South Dakota. So the house rules are, as long as you can tell, we always play our decks with full sleeves. So nobody, as long as the proxy is good, and the only reason you're going to be able to tell it's a proxy is because of the different artwork or a different set symbol. You know what? I'm totally fine with that at home. Now, the few times I may go the 90 miles to go play at the local LGS, I will probably take a deck that is not proxied, or Court of Ire for the rare. Tuya, Alina, and an Omen Speaker foil. I will take a deck that's not proxied, or if there is a proxy, I'll make sure I bring along the real copy of the card. Such as, you know, right now I've got my Lotus in one of my decks, and I really don't want to be playing with that. So I ordered a proxy to take its place. I will either have a picture of the real card on my phone or bring it with me in a binder, but it just makes the risk of somebody pilfering off your card even more likely. Armored Sky Hunter for the rare, the Casket, and Nevinyrral of Nevinyrral's Nevstisk. Casket and a Blade Brand. Now that particular foil is a little dark. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does actually look a little on the dark side. You guys give me just a moment. I gotta plug in my laptop, which I'm recording with. Normally when I record, I'm sitting at my desk and don't have to worry about stuff plugged in, but you know, c'est la vie. Might end up editing this part out in the editing process, so you guys might not actually have to see this. But we are now 1/3 of the way through the box. There we go. It is plugged in and we are set to go, my friends. Another reason I wanted to proxy is on NPC proxies, some of the lands in which they have available to proxy, full art with different frames and no frames, make it rather interesting to put in a deck, especially if you can find lands that fit your theme. If you're doing an angel theme, having lands that are clouds, or if it's snakes, having really cool looking forests. Confiscate, Sifter Worm, Necrotic Hex going in my zombie deck. Zombies. Galatian and Orumi with Boarding Party foil. So are you guys excited about the party mechanic and the upcoming D&D themed sets now that, you know, good old WotC is control of D&D plus magic. Finlahorn Elves. Not the best art for them. I actually prefer the original Ice Age art, but that's me. That's nostalgia kicking in, my friends. First Response, Null Caller, Demonic Lore, Elvish Dreadlord, Zombie Elf. It's going in the zombie deck, or excuse me, the elf deck. Azuri, Kamal Fist, Heart of Krosa. Almost said Fist of Krosa. Yes, that's showing my age, folks. Kamal, Heart of Krosa. Excellent. Our second mythic for the day, and a Marble Diamond foil. Hopefully everybody's doing well in 2021. Now that things are hopefully different, or maybe not. Fortunately, in the town where I live, due to new Emberwild Captain as the rare, executive orders by our president, I got Correct the Thumbless and Rogok, son of Rogoth, or however you pronounce that. If that doesn't scream, build a either Kobold deck or Goblin deck, I don't know what would. Angelic Armaments foil. Because of an executive order nixing the Keystone Pipeline, a handful of people that were working on the pipeline out of where I live here in Phillips, South Dakota, got the axe, as well as several thousand employees that were working on the line between South Dakota and Texas. And it was really sad to see some of the folks go. I really like some of the folks, and especially now as they're unsure of where to go or what to do. It's not as though there's that type of work available for them everywhere. Thankfully, some of them were smart and had saved up some funds, Sakashima as well, just in case something like this had happened. Sisei's Ring, that is definitely going into Urza. Prismatic Piper. They put some money away. Not a rainy day fund, but just in case, they always knew that the pipeline could get nixed at any moment, whether it be through a court injunction or through a lawsuit or through threat of terrorism. They were always told to be ready for things to change, and boy, did they. I just really feel sorry for those individuals and families now that have to try and find new jobs. Court of Ambition. We've got Tekik and Breaches. And a Deranged Assistant foil. Notice this box, the foils seem, at least for me, it's not showing up on the camera. The foils seem a little darker to me in this box than the other box. But it could just be Chris. You know, my nickname's Stewie. I could tell you the story of where that came from, and maybe when I open up the box of proxies, I will tell you the story of how I got the nickname Stewie. Anybody who wants to guess, go ahead and type down below how you think I got the nickname Stewie. Got another Victimize. Immaculate Magistrate. Well, there goes the power level in the upcoming elf ball deck I'm going to be making. Emoti and Blim. Comedic Genius with an Aluru. Solemn Ritualist. You notice, look at that. I love the etched foils and Spirit. But you notice, especially with the collector packs, you get 3 etched foils per pack, and the possibility of them being all rare or mythic has tanked the price of those etched foils. I was looking at getting a Skyraider of Care etched foil, and it was like only $6. And I'm like, wait a second. Why shouldn't that be Arcane Signet, Court of Cunning, Radiant Sarah Archangel, Captain Voss, and Strategic Planning for Common Foil? You know, I thought, you know, $10 or more, since it's a pretty popular commander in etched foil. $6, what in the world? It's because of the availability of getting 3 etched foils in one pack with the collector's edition. Now, we haven't had the restock that we were promised, and you know, I'm awaiting. I plan on picking up at least a few packs of the collectors just to experience it and open it up on the channel. And Hellkite Courser for the Mythic, Ghost of Ramirez, Aluru, and Trusty Pack Beast. We have not gotten our rare foil yet, and last deck to go. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 7 packs. Seven packs to go, my friends. But hopefully you guys enjoy this type of video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know that you like this kind of meandering video where I get to open and sort packs as I go. It just saves me so much time later of taking a stack that I opened and then sorting it by colors, sorting it by Sakashima's protege. Tormod and Kangi with an entourage of Trest. Of sorting it later after the fact. It just seems like I make for myself double work trying to open and then sort. Why not do both at the same time? I mean, yes, I know it takes longer, but for me at least in the long run, it seems the better route to go. Got a Siren, Storm Tamer, Faith's Fetters, Scaled Behemoth, and hey, look at that Nev's disc to go with the Nev that we picked up earlier. Braylon, Falthis, and a Horizon Stone rare foil. My oh my. We kind of swing and a miss on the foil rare. There is a possibility you get another one, but not likely. Also, I was wondering, I've been using the Ultimate Guard boulders for several years now, and I really like their compact nature, and in fact, I can fit. Oh, hey, look at that, folks. Our next mythic, Vampiric Tutor. Look at that. That purdy. Belb. Emerith, look at that. A mythic and 2 rares in the same pack. A mythic and 2 rares in the same pack. No wonder Commander Legends is off the hook. Fiery Cannonade for the foil. But you guys dropped your recommendations for deck boxes. In many years past, I previously used the good old Ultra Pro 100 plus boxes. Then I switched over to the boulders. And now, though, with some of the decks, if I have the boulders, I have no room for extra tokens. Now, do I have another separate box with tokens? Yes. But is it somewhat nice sometimes just to have a Bio-Waste Blob. Slurk. Oh, talk about. We got the ooze pack here, folks. We got the oozes. And Lalithel, the Boundless Dawn. This will be going in my daughter's unicorn deck. Angel of the Dawn foil. But I would like with elves and zombies and some of my other tribal decks that do require multiple tokens, I like to have a couple extra tokens in the box just so that they're handy, because I know I'm going to be making them. I'm going to be making zombie tokens and elf tokens and spirit tokens. Why not have them ready and available? Or maybe that's just a Boy Scout in me. You know, always be ready. Command Tower. For the celebration, excellent. Warden of Evos Isle, flying. Ordeal of Nylea, Command Beacon for the rare. Kelith and Rayav, and a look at how dark that is. I know it's not coming up on the video, but man, that's dark. It's like almost a cloudiness or a depth of darkness that I've seen before on video, but I didn't really realize how dark it was until I saw it firsthand. So put those recommendations for deck boxes for commander decks. I double sleeve my decks. Usually using KMC inners and KMC Hypermet outers, but I have experimented. I've been using some Dragon Shield Blade Griff prototype, Aesior, Numa, and Amorphous Axe common foil. I have experimented, such as with the Sir Gwyn deck. I put it in Dragon Shield matte art sleeves. And they're really nice. The only problem with them is that when you double sleeve those, they're so doggone thick you can barely fit them into a Ultimate Guard 100 plus boulder. You can't fit tokens. You can't fit emblems. You can't fit anything else. All you can fit is the deck, and even then you got to make sure all the air is pressed out or it won't fit. Austere Command. This is going in a couple of different decks. Love the command cycle when it came out in Lorwyn block. I remember in Standard at the time, Mira and Jared, True Air, and Slaughter the Strong for the last foil. I remember that the command cycle, a standard deck at the time was the 10 Commandments, they were calling it, because it had 10 Commandments main board. And it was a 4 and even sometimes 5 color deck. Craziness. Well, with that, those were the 2 boxes. I'm going to go ahead and quickly, for our benefit, take a look at the count of mythics and rares. So with that, you guys can yell at me if I end up missing a mythic. Got an uncommon etched. Kind of feel bad about that. That seems a good healthy proportion of mythics. Oh, there we go. There's a opposition agent, good rare. So with that, for our etched, we got Lisa and Oluru as our mythics, or as our etched foils. Archon of Coronation, Kamal, Heart of Krosa, Hellkite Courser, Vampiric Tutor for our mythics. So, you know, not bad. 4 mythics. Now let's count the rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And I know there's a rare foil, number 32. So 32 rares, including the rare foil, in the box. Making sure I didn't miss any here. 32 in a 25 pack box. It's kind of crazy, folks. Kind of crazy. With that, thanks for coming for part 2 and box 2 of the Commander Legends series. With that, upcoming will be a review of the NPC proxies as well as the deck carrying box. With that, guys, stay safe, stay the course, as Rudy says, and you guys have a good one.